Good Thursday morning, everybody. Beautiful Thursday morning here in Central Florida. Starting the day off at 62 degrees, and it's another beautiful day. Absolutely is. No reason for it not to be, right? Absolutely no reason for it not to be a great day. It's your choice. Yesterday went well. Services went well. Good turnout. Um, the loft bed project. We didn't get home until just a little bit after 2, so we started it, myself, my 11-year-old, and 9-year-old, at about, I don't know, 2:30ish. And I was going to stop around 8 o'clock, and I was like, we're almost done. So we got done at almost 10, and it looks great. 11-year-old was putting clothes in the new drawers, and she slept in that bed last night and was pretty happy with it. So this weekend we'll try to get the other one done now that we have this one to go by, since instructions are special, and it should go a little bit faster. Um, I got electrical to do, so I didn't do any of the electrical. So there's a plug-in, a little brick with two 110 outlets and two USB ports, and then there's some lighting that goes around in there. I haven't put that up yet. Just some rope lighting. Actually, it's not rope lighting. It's the LED strip lighting. Sticks to stuff, goes around the area, and so I'm pretty happy with it. I felt pretty accomplished. We actually got it done. It was quite the task, and the first issue we had was the all of the fasteners are blister packed onto one board, and that blister pack had ripped off, and the screws were everywhere. So she went ahead and sorted all that while I started reading instructions and getting the parts all opened up and stuff. And it's just how it goes sometimes, right? I used to struggle a little bit. It's all in metric, and I didn't grow up in the metric system. Know a little bit of it, but the sizes are just weird, you know. Um, but it's not the end of the world, right? We just roll with it. If I needed to, I could Google the conversions, but it just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to have to do that. You can tell how long they are with the numbers and how in the diameter. Most of them are the same. We were missing one bolt, and I'm not sure if we used the wrong bolt somewhere or what happened. But I have boxes of nuts, bolts, washers, screws, all sorts of stuff. Because when I go to buy, I buy a whole kit and keep them, and then I have jars in the shed of and screws that could be reused. And anyhow, in one of the kits for the crib, which we haven't had crib in a while, but I bought a furniture set that was 4 cribs. One of the screws was perfect size. It's just a different color. It's down on the bottom. You'll never notice it, and it fit perfect. So that got taken care of with no problem. Um, but it's up. I set the outlet brick into the desk, but I didn't screw it down yet. And then I set um, um, the brackets that bolt to the bed and then to the wall. I put those in. The only thing I did not put in, other than the lighting and finish the electrical, is it came with these foam corner pads type thing for the ladder, and she's fine without them. We'll see how that goes. It just doesn't look like it's going to last long. It looks like it's going to tear up quick, and I just don't want it to tear up. If the rungs work fine, without that, then I'm going to forego that. Um, but it's nice, and she was pretty happy. So this one has on the back left corner as you face the side that's open to the room has 6 drawers and then a big drawer on the bottom, and it's got a shelf on top, so it's like a bureau. But the drawers are like heavy duty fabric bins, if that makes sense. Um, they're pretty rigid. You're not going to stand in them, but you'll keep closing no problem. And then the desk comes out from that, and then has an L on the back side, and then on the outside, which you can reach from both sides, is um, a bar to hang clothes on. So she went ahead and put her American Heritage Girls uniform on there right away, and a few other things. I'm going to suggest she takes her shoes and store them under the short side of her desk. And shoes are one of the things that I wish they would keep better track of. It drives me nuts. I'm tripping over shoes all the time. They have a home, but the home apparently isn't convenient enough, or I'm not ugly enough to make them use it. One of the two, right? So I'm going to make that suggestion, and hopefully we can come up with a better option for shoes. She doesn't need a chair. So right now I can give her a folding chair, but we'll see about a chair. You know, little office and desk chairs are so stinking expensive. But I'm keeping my eye open for a couple because they'll both need one. But right now she can use a folding chair. That'll be fine. And they sit on them anyhow, so she could use her beanbag chair, just didn't get her high enough. So I'm going to have them work on the other side of the room, getting everything out of it, so I can dismantle that bunk bed, and then we'll start working on that other one. Maybe this weekend, we'll see. It was a good. I really enjoy the children working with me on projects. Of course, some of her motivation was it was for her, right? It was her bed and her living space, and it really almost doubles the space in their small room because they're sleeping in the loft, and then below they have the chest of drawers and the desk area and all that, and a bunch of little organizing things. I have some metal pegboard that I might attach to those as well. I'm just not sure yet if I want to do that. But there's a lot of little organization space where she can hang her headphones and her charge cords. And they each have a little charging station, but you know, they're all over the house. So I'm going to try to get it all wrangled in to that area. And then when I build Naomi's, hers will be configured and we'll flip it the other way. And it will actually come out from the wall just a little bit so she can get her closet area and everything. So if you've got space issues, I gotta tell you, loft bed's a good idea. I got these on sale. It's 35% off, or I think 35% off. So I paid like $180, which is for a bed is very, very cheap, and it's sturdy. It's all metal. It's in no issues. So hopefully they'll last them the rest of their childhood. And there you go. I get a lot of ideas at IKEA. I do not like a lot of their products, but I get a lot of ideas from IKEA on making use of space. You know, in Europe, and I lived in Germany for a while, the space is very, very different. It's much smaller. You're forced to make use of the space you have because you don't have a lot. So IKEA is a good place to look at ideas if you want to build it yourself, or if you want to go look for it that might be a little bit better constructed. I'm not a super huge fan of, you know, the press board, sawdust board, whatever you want to call it. Even though it's a lot better than it once was, I'd rather have real wood or real metal. right now in Florida, with the home we have, I'd rather not use wood. Um, Although the wood um, changing table that I made before Najana was born, so it's probably 11 and a half, 12 years old, is still great and no issues at all. So, but, you know, the fight against termites is real. So, anywho, um, I don't like cheap laminated stuff. We have some. It just depends, on what the purpose of it and how long we expect it to last. I'd rather have solid wood or metal. Um, like I was telling the contractor the other day, metal is much more forgiving than wood because you can add on the metal. You can the wood too if you know how. If you know how to finger joint or if you know how to do some other joinery. But in general, metal's more forgiving. You can weld a little something on faster than you can join a piece together. And when you join a piece of wood together, are you creating another weak spot? You might be, depending how you join it together, right? So I do great with rough carpentry. I'm not an awesome finish carpenter, but I do great with the rough. And then with metal, for some reason, I do really good with metal. I don't know why, but it works out well. And enough of that, old guy. Would you shut up already? Jeez. There's other thoughts going through my head what I'm thinking about. And hey, I'm liking the biosensor a lot. And I'm learning a lot from it. So, hey, that's the goal of that. Y'all have an awesome Thursday. Be good to each other, would you? And do the very best you can. If all you can do is just a little bit of improvement each day, you're doing better than most. Keep it up.